Alrighty, here we are for the final round, and this hand is fairly good, so we shall keep. Basically, all that would make this better is greater Gargadon added into the mix. Alright, Inquisition can take one of these, obviously. It might just be this since I have redundancy here, but it could also be taking one of these and then taking another one. Alright. Not a particularly exciting draw, but whatever. Wall of Omens. That's interesting. So Gargadon's a good draw. We'll go ahead and get that out. So now we can destroy all lands. And we also have the option of casting Nahiri next turn. We'll probably destroy all lands first, and then cast the Nahiri when the coast is clear, depending on what our opponent does. Alright, Thoughtseize is gonna stop our plans. So we definitely just play Nahiri. And didn't find anything useful. So if Nahiri dies here, it's going to be annoying. But it looks like Nahiri is going to live. I suppose we'll suspend this, since it is viable. It's just going to take a long time. And hold on to this, since we don't really need to play it. Alright. Liliana is annoying. And a good reason to have played out the planes, but that's fine. It's not a big deal, even though it was our only white source, since we're just discarding everything anyways. And Simeon's Spirit Guide. That is something we are not looking for, but we can just use it as Gargadon fuel, even though it doesn't actually do much. Alright. Interesting. Not going for the Lingering Souls or the Shambling Vent. Right now our Nahiri is winning this race. Can't cast that. That's not terrible. So we can ult Nahiri next turn. If our opponent has actual nothing. Lingering Souls. Double Lingering Souls is pretty good too. Alright, Helix. So we could really use a Restore Balance. Cascade Enabler. Staring down 2 Planeswalker ultimates. Ew. Well, looks like we're just dead. Can't really do anything. Liliana can eat half our permanents, and then Emrakul can eat the other half. This looks like my Mardu deck. So Leyline of Sanctity, Slaughter Game seems alright. Maelstrom Pulse, Anguished Unmaking also seem alright. Blood Moon's probably fine. Maybe cut the Simian Spirit Guide since we have so many things we want to bring in. Probably don't need all the Slaughter Games. Blood Moon, maybe just one Blood Moon. It's actually pretty easy to play around, and here he gets it. So I think that makes sense. Could even have no Blood Moons, but I guess we'll try one out. Alright, looks like a keeper to me. We have Leyline, which is going to be very helpful. Let's go ahead and start by spending, restore balance. So Nahiri is a good name. It's not really too much else that's great to name. Liliana would be fine. Oh my god, Vandal Blast. Read the Bones is nice if we find another land. Sure. Missed a land drop. That's a good draw. Still can't actually cast Violent Outburst, and wouldn't necessarily really want to at this point. Missed another. Geez, that is some unfortunate situation. At least discarding completely dead cards. Get that out, then read them Bones. So Nahiri's good. Second Leyline isn't so much. Stony Silence, that's pretty good. So Anguished Unmaking would be nice for dealing with that. As it stands, it looks like we're just restore balancing at an awkward time. Doesn't really do anything right now. Another Inquisition. Alright. Well, we're both doing nothing. Can't cast that. Can't cast that. Alright, excellent. So now we can Anguished Unmaking that. And suspend Gargadon and get off a Restore Balance and destroy all our opponent's lands, but we can't do that immediately. What we can do, what can we do? So we could just unmaking that, suspend Gargadon right now. Which saves us a little bit of mana. But I don't think that's necessary. what's probably going to happen is our opponent plays Nahiri and gets rid of Leyline of Sanctity. Or just pluses. So if I anguished on making the Nahiri, I'm still not really able to do much, but I can read the bones. I think I just want the answer for Nahiri. I could Slaughter Games Emrakul, but that still means Nahiris are just going to be a problem for the rest of the game. Ideally, I draw land. Okay. Now I can Slaughter Games Nahiri, or suspend Greater Gargadon, and blow up all lands. Or just cast my own Nahiri and get rid of Stony Silence. I think that kind of makes sense. Alright, and we're back after a quick disconnect. So, I can just play Nahiri and plus it and ignore the Stony Silence. Then next turn suspend Greater Gargadon, and next turn I can suspend Greater Gargadon if I want, and cast all these. But I am constrained on red mana. But I think I just play the Nahiri and plus it now. And then I can get rid of the Stony Silence later. Let's just get rid of Read the Bones. Sure. So our opponent still can't target us is nice. And anything like Lingering Souls isn't going to do much. Dreadbore is good though. Alright, Slaughter Games. So we can name Nahiri or Liliana. So next turn, we're just suspending at Gargadon probably. Let's name Nahiri. Alright, our opponent has 2 Lilianas, unfortunately. Okay. Liliana doesn't actually do anything though, as long as we have Leyline of Sanctity, so it's not the end of the world. Sure. get rid of our redundant one. Emrakul goes away. Blood Moon. How good is that right now? Pretty good. Like, we're not in too much of a rush. Nahiri's gone. I guess our opponent can just path their own spirit, so maybe I should have just invested in a Gargadon. Although they're going to be losing everything anyways. Alright, suspend. And next turn we can do the thing. And be at a healthy 4 life. The beauty is Liliana cannot ult since it can't target us, which is a lovely little interaction. Alright, read the bones is not what we're looking for. Let's just wait until draw step. Sack all our permanents, all our lands, and it might be correct to just do it now since our opponent could draw like Wear Tear. Although that, yeah, I think I should do it now since their hand is so useless anyways. Alright, pooling mana for presumably nothing. So the question is, how many loyalty is this Liliana gonna get up to before I Greater Gargadon it? These are nice fuel. I mean, nine is a nice number for it to be at, but we don't want our opponent to be able to path the Gargadon, because that is going to create some issues. Alright, discarding, bunch of junk, still has paths. Alright, mountain is fine. 2 paths in hand. Lingering souls. Lingering souls would be an issue. So we're definitely going in on this Gargadon. Post haste. Chomp. Oh, I guess we didn't even have to attack Liliana since it can't target us. So yeah, I should have definitely just attacked the opponent. If they had have drawn Lingering Souls, I guess we're still fine. And this plays around like aware or something, I guess. This means spirit guides on the draw, maybe. The big issue here is probably Stony Silence and Vandal Blasts more than anything. So I probably want more spirit guides just as sources of mana. Yeah. I could cut some border posts even. Let's try and not get Stony Silence so bad. Draw our answers instead of more signets. Alright, looks like a decent hand. No ley line though. So just any other land and we're in business here. Of course, if, say, he takes this, we don't have an answer to Liliana, which is what it appears to be happening. Alright, Stony Silence. Gonna get us. Might as well read the bones. It's very painful and not very efficient, but it seems like that's what we gotta do. And bottom. Okay. Lingering Souls is acceptable. Alright, 3 mana. So it looks like we're going to be too slow at the moment without this violent outburst involved. Since our opponent can just activate that and kill us in 2 hits. Yep. So land, red source is what we need. And that's not it. GG's, looks like we got by this silence.